first off, like things are really good. And the fact that like I just got off an amazing coaching call with a client that I've had over the last like 6-7 weeks. And the amount of progress she has made is astonishing. Like I'm so incredibly proud of her. And to see this rapid progression. And it all comes down to this. It all comes down to like, what the heck do you want? Like, what do you want your life to look like? How do we need to let go of the heaviness in our life, the things that make us feel stuck, the self-sabotaging behaviors? Like, why are we doing that when we can get down to the root cause and really identify it and going like, let's heal that. And then going, what's your upper limit? Why do you feel like you need to stay? And this is your comfort zone. Like, what would it look like if you expanded that comfort zone so that you could say yes to all of the things that you want to do and have and be in your life? Like, what does that look like? And so when we can move through these phases of like, I can't even envision what my desired reality looks like that is even too scary to, I want and claim to have this in my reality. Like that's a huge progress. And so I'm really excited for my client, and I'm excited for you because this is something that is not new. Like I have been saying this for years, like it has worked for me, it's worked for my clients, and it's worked for my students in my programs. And I just want to say like, whatever lights you up, whatever it is, whatever fucking it is, like do the things, like noticing why you're getting inspired, like what about it is inspiring, what do you enjoy about it, and like how can you do that more often? Like is that play in the creek, or is it like going for a bike ride, or if it's rollerblading, or is it freaking like hanging out with horses, like whatever it is, like is it talking to the old cowboy? Like it doesn't matter. Like why you are getting lit up is for divine reason and purpose. And like if we can just listen to that. And so recently I've listened to that call, like that inspiration of like, I have this book called Alternate Currents by Dr. Justin Stein. And I've been reading it since it came out, and it came out back in November. And I really didn't get to dive into it until after the new year. And I've been carrying around this book for like months with me, and I've read it a couple times, and I love it. And I'm like, I don't know why. Like there's a part of me is like, don't know why I'm so inspired by reading about Reiki history. I think I'm really excited in the fact that when I came into the Reiki scene, it was 2002, and the only real book out there was Essential Reiki, and the Reiki history in that book was basically shit. Like it's channeled history. And it's like, that's not it. That I've always wanted more. I've always wanted more. I wanted more for the Reiki community. I want the backing. I want the resources. I want the freaking bibliography of where all the resources came from. And like now the book is here. And so I got excited about the book. I read the book. I interviewed Justin Stein on the podcast, Reiki Cafe Radio. It was a fantastic conversation. It was very kind of, I felt like a little bit selfish in the interview, and the fact like I was answering all the questions like I was interested in, like having already read the book, when I know most of my audience haven't read the book yet. And it's a very academic book. And it's like, it took months to read because like, I'm not an academic reader, and it's an academic book. And I loved all of the information and the research and everything that went behind it. And I want to honor it and honor like, yes, we have a better history now. And so I keep following that inspiration. Like, so when I asked Dr. Stein, like, hey, are you going to do a webinar? Are you going to do a series? Are you going to educate on this? He's like, it's already done. I'm already writing another book. I'm going to keep moving forward. I'm like, okay. And so that just meant to me, like, I have the opportunity, like if he's not going to do the webinars, if he's not going to have a course, like, well, then I should do it because I'm interested and I'm excited, and I should follow that excitement. And so when I follow the excitement, I start putting together the slideshow presentations of the Reiki history based on what he's written. I'm like, there's just so much content here. I cannot fit it into a 1 hour presentation. Like I've tried to do that, and it's not going to happen. Like it needs more than that. So what I've set up is to have 2 days of 2 hours of slideshows. And so tonight I'm going to be teaching the first part, the Reiki history. Like part 1 is like pre-Usui, like cultural and spiritual and political context, historical context of before Usui, all the way through Hayashi. And then next Wednesday, I'm going to do all things Takata and 2 hours just on Takata's timeline. So if you're interested, like if you are teaching Reiki classes, I like really want to emphasize that. Like if you're teaching Reiki classes and you're only taking 5 minutes to go over the Reiki history, there's so much more, and the depth of it is really important. And I think our students deserve better. So if you want to come learn for the benefit of your students, if you want to come learn for the benefit of your own practice, like I feel like this book and these learnings has changed the way I've practiced in a good way. Like I really love this information. So if you're excited, if you're inspired, if you're curious, if you want to do better for your students, whether that's for Reiki level 1 all the way through masters, like whatever it is for you, like come join the Reiki history training tonight. It's going to be the next 2 Wednesdays. It's from 4 to 6 Mountain Time, which is 6 to 8 Eastern Time. And we're going to do it this Wednesday and next Wednesday. And I really want to invite you to come. If you are a Reiki Cafe University student, a Reiki Master student, if you have trained with me, like pre-Reiki Cafe, like if you are seeing this and you took my Reiki Masters class 6, 7, 8 years ago, whatever it was, and you want to come, it's free for you. Like I want to support my Reiki students wherever you are. If you've trained level 1, 2, or masters, and you reach out to me, I'll send you the Zoom link. If not, I will put the link below to purchase the history training for $88. If you can't make it, guess what? The replay is yours. You'll always have access to that. So we'll take the replays, we'll put them on Vimeo, we'll give you access, we'll give you the link. And that's just what I feel called to do. Like, I don't necessarily know where this is going, but I know that like, it's something that I'm excited about and I want to offer and I want to put it out there. So I am, because it's not really about, I'm doing this also for like, it feels very selfish reasons. Like I'm doing this for me. I'm doing this to make sure like I have a clear understanding of the Reiki history. And then that by having it recorded, it will always be there and available for my students. And so if you take any of our courses and you're interested in the Reiki history, guess what? It's going to be part of our courses. Because I think it's important, period. I think it's important. I love it. I geek out on it. And when I go to Japan next year, I just know that like my experience is going to be much more in depth and full. And so I want to offer this. So that's what I'm doing. You can join me tonight. It's from 3 to 5 Pacific time or 6 to 8 Eastern time. It's 2 hours, part 1. Part 2 is going to be next week, same time. And I hope that you can be there. I really do. I would love to see you and support you and your Reiki development and growth and all of the things. So I hope to see you there. And I'll post the links below. Thanks, everyone.